I'm Nora.
And welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Dough with the Flow. Today we're making a rich fruit cake.
Yep.
Perfect for the season, right?
Yeah, staying in the holiday theme. We didn't plan it this way,
Yeah.
so it's kind of working out pretty perfectly. This one, I mean, it's called Rich. Looking at it, it's the longest recipe list we've had by far.
Also the longest bake time, 4.5 hours.
So it's gonna be, I mean, based off of the last one, just even more tense. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. This one, though, has brandy.
Mm-hmm.
A
little bit boozy. Again, we have the right size pan. We have all
you
the
can't
things.
see under the counter, I know, but it's
crowded. This one, for some reason that I don't entirely understand, we are supposed to double line the whole baking tin with parchment. And then we cover it with 2 layers of parchment too after it's done when we stick it in the oven. So you've got to use a lot of parchment. So we're gonna do it together. I just don't understand really what that's doing. Is what I'm confused about. Like, I guess maybe it's just that greasy. It has 4 sticks of butter in it, almost.
Can you move that way a little?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I also wonder if it's something to do with the fact that it bakes for so long.
Yeah.
It's just like extra protection against burning.
Yeah.
Too. So then we get to measure things.
Yeah, so last night we had to measure out all the fruit and add brandy because it soaked overnight. So we didn't catch that on camera, but we have this big tub full of our, let's see, we've got our cherries.
We'll show pictures.
Yeah.
Here.
Cherries, currants, sultanas, raisins, apricots, candied peel, and brandy, all in this.
Taylor and I tried brandy for the first time.
Yeah, it was
Not awful. It's boozy. It's definitely alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad.
No.
I expected it to be less tasty, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's alcohol. But.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have this, and so we don't have to do any of that stuff today.
All done. But first we need to do the flour. Fun and weird and interesting fact. This one isn't self-rising flour.
Yeah.
It just is plain flour.
And there's no baking powder at all in this.
Yeah, so there's no rising agent, as I guess it's called.
Yeah.
So we assume it's just going to be like not even cake. It calls for ground mixed spice. And it's not a spice blend that I don't think it's available here. I think it's a very British thing.
I think so.
Or just a really fruitcake thing. I don't know. But we just looked up what goes into it. We're going to make our own version of it. Got the recipe here on a handy napkin. And so go ahead and do the nutmeg, straight nutmeg, and then we'll work on that. Yeah, we're just gonna make a little jar of it because it comes up in other fruitcakes down the line as well. Yeah. And also, one of the spices in it is ground mace, which we did find at Safeway, but turns out it's from the same plant as nutmeg, so everything and allspice somehow.
Yeah.
We found stuff that just said like do nutmeg. Even on the mace bottle, it said like a quarter teaspoon mace equals a teaspoon nutmeg, so it's just like a more intense nutmeg flavor, I guess. So we didn't get it. We're just going to up the other spices a little bit. You're getting the butter. I could do the muscovado. So we've used light muscovado before. This one is the dark variety. So it's just going to be more molasses-y, I assume.
Yeah, plus there's molasses.
Yes, in the cake there is. Yeah, but like on this package it says like gingerbread and stuff like that.
I'll start dealing with this. So it says black treacle, and we're fairly certain that treacle is the same as molasses based on some internet searches. So we have molasses. Yeah, hopefully it is truly exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it really did seem like it.
Yeah, I think it might. Maybe it's just a different name.
Okay, now I'll do the 5 eggs once again.
Do we have this now?
Yeah. It's everything, right? And then the fruit.
Whew!
Pretty sure. Oh, it's pretty.
Oh. I don't think I like molasses that much.
It's gonna be huge.
Yep.
it was amazing how much above the pan the last fruitcake was.
Yeah.
And like this can only be more, so. Is that like the total weight?
Yeah. It's a lot. And there's so much more to be added still. When we were putting it in, I was like, is that really a lot of booze? It's 4 tablespoons for all this fruit, but yes.
When you smell it,
yeah, it's
yeah,
strong.
it's there. My hand's tired from mixing, so you try.
Oh my god. And this is the first time we're using these cherries.
Yeah, these glacé cherries.
I think I need like a wooden spoon. This is not.
As Taylor pointed out, these are, I think, why, like, it's these types of things that make fruitcake have a bad name, possibly.
Yeah, those and whatever green things are in a lot
Because they
of
just
fruitcakes.
look so artificial. They're
Yeah.
candied cherries. I tried one because I was like, hey, I like maraschino cherries. Not the same at all, but not terrible. But they just look so frightening.
We also used our
Yeah,
candied
just
peel that we made for the cake a while ago. What was it in?
Yeah. Not that. Old-fashioned seed cake was in the seed cake. Yeah, we candied the orange peeler shells and we just hung on to it. Seemed like it was still good enough. Starting to understand another stereotype around fruitcakes and like you have them forever, you know?
Yeah.
And I get it because even though it's good, it's just so much.
Yeah, the tiniest slice, you're like, oh man, I'm full.
And then you have this enormous cake left.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, it's gonna take me months to eat this. I get that now.
I don't really like cherries, but I guess
You don't have to try them.
I don't like the smell. Mm-mm. Not for me. All right, let's
Makes
get
sense.
this baby in the oven. It has been 4 hours, and we are now going to check the cake and see if it still needs another half an hour. We can't see what it looks like because it's been covered this whole time, so this will be the first big reveal. It looks pretty darn brown in there. It is dark. Just gonna get lost in there.
I would say a little bit more. I
Okay.
think it's pretty wet. Like it's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like batter. That's because this isn't really batter. It's been, what did you just say? 8 hours?
8 hours.
Since we started this process of this
And
cake.
we have been trying to let it cool as much as supposed to, but it's been out of the oven for 3 hours and it's still very warm and we need to go to bed at some point. So
Okay.
we're just going with it. It's still gonna be warm.
Okay.
This is the feeding the cake brandy process. So you just put a couple holes.
Is this
or-
at regular intervals? I don't know.
Okay. Intervals is not descriptive enough for me. I need like 2-inch intervals, 2-day intervals. You know, give me
I can't
a time frame.
see the holes at all.
Yeah.
But
They're there. It sunk in pretty well.
it did. I don't know where my holes are at all.
They're all over. You put in quite a few. Don't know how much brandy, we don't know how many holes. It's an experiment. Now that the brandy's in there, we have to rewrap it in double layered parchment and then in foil, which again is supposed to happen when it's completely, totally cool, but we don't have time. We really need to go to sleep. So
Crispy, but
we just have to go with it. Surprise! We're not eating anything today.
no tasting in this episode. This cake is apparently, like most fruit cakes, best if aged. So we're going to not keep it for 3 months, which
Yeah.
it's able to do, but at least a couple weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah.
Feeding it as much as
Periodic?
we see fit.
Yeah, it
with
doesn't
brandy.
have actual amounts of time. It just says at intervals.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so we'll just store that somewhere. And
forget about it for a little while until we decide to eat a really boozy cake. Wow,
that's how Bing Crosby would sing.
flourish there.